guys, Mr. Ross99 here. It's going to be episode number 1 of the Diamond Effect, FIFA 18. If you know this series from my past videos, past FIFAs, then you'll know the series. If you don't, I'll explain it to you. Basically, in the 4-5-1 formation, you'll see a slight diamond on your screen in the position of centre mid, the two cams and striker. What I do is I cover a number of teams across the year, starting with today's episode, which is going to be over Juventus, and I fill in them 4 slots with players from that club. Now, they get full chemistry no matter who you put around them, because they're all linking, of course, with green links. So that's basically the story. We play with this diamond. The team around it doesn't normally change. If you know the series well, you know exactly who's going in left mid. But basically, we just go ahead and play 3 games post-com. So basically, I'll play the games and I'll react to them afterwards. There won't be any face cam or anything for this series. Just a bit of a side series of Random Hybrid. And yeah, we basically do things like that. We determine, give them a score out of 10, and we determine kind of what is the best diamond in FIFA. And like I said at the start of this video, we are going to start with Juventus, but I'll put the team around him in first. And we're going to start things off with a Bundesliga backlot. Now, if I was to use a Bundesliga team, put Farman in goal as the diamond, we would change the backlot so it doesn't get any chemistry with the other players. And if that makes sense across as we go on kind of thing. The 2 centre-backs I'm going to go for is actually going to be in form Ginter and Ta. The reason I went with these because I like him quite a bit. Ginter is actually, I think, a 3rd in form, 86 rated card. You can see a very, very nice card. And Jonathan Ta, very hit and miss. Some people don't really think he's that great. I think he's really, really usable. He's got decent pace, good strength, and a very fun card indeed. Now on the right-hand side, again, we could have gone with anybody. Considering we're in the Serie A for this one, we're going to go for a Premier League right back. We're going to get ourselves Hector Bellerin. And in the right mid position, we're going to go none other than in form, one to watch, Mkhitaryan, who I got untradeable and from one of the one to watch packs. The best one I got out of there. We'll put him in here because it's a fun card to use. He's a right winger, who's got 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak club. He's also got high work rates as a right mid. That might be useful, and also 84 passing is pretty decent for a winger, so we'll take that. And over on the left hand side, we have the return of the main. And if you know who I mean, then you'll know who I mean. We're going to go to the Liga NOS. We're going to get our left back in. I've gone for this guy. I've actually gone for Elasu. The reason I've gone for him is because he was in the team last time. But the left mid is none other than your boy, Rafa. Looks a bit different these days. Still a very fun card to use. One thing that you've got to know about this card, he's got no strength whatsoever, but he's got the pace and the dribbling ability to sneak past a player, and he did pretty well for us in the games we played for with this diamond. But the diamond we're going to go for from Juventus, I will show you right now. Obviously, as a team like Juventus, there's going to be a number of options you can use player-wise. I'll show you them as we go through. But for this series also, I'm just using regular cards. No informs yet on the diamond. As we go on, progress through the year, we might go back and relook some of the inform ones. But I want to wait until the end of the year when everyone's kind of got their best cards to do that one. So for this one, I'm going to go for the regular ones. Now, in the centre of the midfield, you could have either gone for Matuidi. I think Matuidi is an 86, or Marquisio. Me personally, I went with Marquisio. I like Marquisio on this game. I put him in the centre mid. He's Juventus through and through, and he's a nice card to use on the game. Now, the 2 cams I chose personally, if I get my words out, were Pjanic and Dybala. As you can see, we're putting them both in there. I played it like that. Dybala on the right-hand side. Dybala's a great card on this game. I managed to pack him as well, which is quite pleasing. And Pjanic, another very, very fun card to use on this game. And the striker we went for is none other than, of course, Higuain, his regular card. I had him on loan. He's run out of contracts now because games I play with him. But that is the diamond. Very good one. Very strong one to start things off. We've got the manager with the glasses as our manager. He's going to take us forward. We got a little peaky bugger on the bench again. We're going to go into the 3 games. I've already played them. We're going to go into them 3 games. I'll recap over it with the highlights. I'll let you know my prediction out of 10 for this diamond. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so going into the clips, and like I said before, we're going to go into 3 games on this series, and also, like I said, these aren't going to be live commentaries. I'm going to be speaking over them, hence the reason why I'm not going to be doing any face cam. As you see, his first team's got a really, really good team. He's got some FUT Champions cards in there, so we know he plays some FUT Champions. A lot of icons, not loan ones either. Ones he's actually got Musa's Futmas card, which I haven't come up against. Also, Bale sitting there as well, who I haven't come up against yet, so I wasn't too sure what to make of this team, but we did start things off pretty well, and we get an early goal here. Well, not an early goal, about 35th minute there, and I think that's Pjanic putting that one away. Some good build-up play. The ball fell to Dybala. I think it was. I realised it was on his right foot, and I couldn't quite figure out in my head if he was had a good weak foot because I knew he was left-footed, of course, and I thought, you know what, it's probably better off just switching it to Pjanic, who I know can hit them in that type of position quite well. Move things over now and again. We're playing some decent football here. Dybala with some great skills, surround a couple of players, and a great finish as well from Dybala. Really good card on this game. If you manage to pack him or just able to afford him, make sure to try him out, of course, and he is a really fun card to use. I like him in cam. You can actually play him up front, of course, as well, but cam is definitely his go-to position for me. As you can see, we're dominating at half-time. This guy wasn't really in the game, which was pleasing because he had a really strong team, but he comes out second half and he gets a goal and he dabs on us, which... no, thank you. I don't think you really should be dabbing at 2-1, my friend, which really kind of irritated me, actually, and you'll see at the end what it made me do. But really nice play from Rafa and Mkhitaryan on the volley. Really tidy finish there. A nice little bit of wing play, like I said. That's my two wingers, or left mid, right mid, combining, I should say. Nearly messed that up. But Mkhitaryan's got some really nice finishing and volleys on him in-game for sure. But as you can see here, this is what his dab made me do. I freaking tramp goal, baby. I tramp gold. You goal. You dab on me, I tramp goal on you. Heart celebration by Dybala, and that is job well done. Dybala getting a couple of goals in that game. Really good player, like I said, really fun card to use, but that does make that game a 4-1 win, and you see some of the stats there if you want to have a look at that pause screen at any moment. Not too exciting, but I thought I'd put that in the video just in case. Good amount of coins from that game, so as you can see, we came out deserved winners. The guy did come back into his own second half. After it went 2-1, it got a little bit shady for a minute, but we held our own and we got the win. Going into the second game, now we come up against this guy, who's got a good team again. He's got informed Gabriel Jesus, informed Lanzini, pretty standard Premier League team around that. We're not sure what to make of this one. Rashford up front as well was a good player. We don't start things off very well at all here, actually, and we let him in quite easily with Gabriel Jesus, and he puts that one in the back of the net for 1-0. And you'll see how this game goes. This was not my game in any way, shape or form. As you can see, 1-0. I think that's 19 minutes on the clock. I can't quite see that. My editing software is a bit laggy. But we did stand our own ground for a while. We didn't really pressure him enough. He was quite dominant, so I should say, in this game, really. And he gets his second goal, well-deserved goal. And at this point, we were kind of thinking, well, we're not going to win this game. We didn't really have a hope in hell because he was completely dominating. Like I said, we hardly touched the ball, really. As you can see again here, a nice little bit of play from him in the midfield, and he just passes it around me so easily. And my defending at the best of times isn't great, so don't hold me on that. But he gets the ball out wide here, and it's actually, I'm not too sure what he's called, but he's a Stoke player, I do believe now, a transferred Stoke card. That's a tidy finish from him to make it 3-0. And that was game, set, and match, really, wasn't it? You're never coming back from 3-0. He gets a fourth in the 90th minute, bit of I just messed it up, basically, 4-0, and he absolutely smashed us. And like I said, he dominated that game. He deserved to win that game. Sometimes you just have to hold your hand up high and say you were definitely beat by the better man. And we came up against this guy shortly after, literally the next opponent we found, of course. Very similar kind of team, but like not at the same time. He's got, well, it's the same formation, I think. And he's got Mertens in there, who's a really good card in this game. Gomez, who's also a really good card in this game. But we start this game off beautifully with some great wing play again from Rafa, your boy. And he pops that one into the back of the net in Rafa style with that finesse. He loves it from the edge of the box. He's a fantastic card yet again. We've got him as captain as well. Number 4, I think, on his shirt. I was going to put 69 or 99 on there just to be a bit of banterous. He's got number 4. Good finish, and that puts 1-0 up in this game, and of course that was pleasing at the time. And again, Rafa, great card. But as you can see from a corner, it actually finds its way out into the edge of the box, and Mkhitaryan, I thought, I'm going to hit this because why not? And it goes into the back of the net to put us 2-0 up in this game. And I was quite comfortable this time, doing my own little celebration. If you watch the Random Hybrid series, you know that celebration is my celebration. I do that one all the time. It's not to take the mick or anything. It's just the first celebration I ever did on FIFA, and it went from there, really. But a lousy piece of defending lets him back into the game with a 2-1 goal there. And it's Mertens. And like I said, Mertens and Gomez on this game are really good players. They've not got any strength, really. But if they've got the ball and they're running with it, they're difficult to defend. And as you can see here, this guy does get in behind to make it 2-2. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I honestly thought I was dominating this game. And then this guy came back and hit me with the double barrel and made it 2-2 just after half-time. And of course, that was irritating. But what gets worse is it doesn't get better. He comes at me again. Early second half. Bit of play in the... Oh, and then you can see what happens on your screen. He makes it 3-2. And I don't know what happened, but after it went 2-0 up and I was so comfortable, I just could not get back into this game. And it was an absolute shame. And yeah, that's basically it. Okay guys, so you've seen all the clips now, and as you can tell, well, we won 1 and we lost 2, but in all honesty, the first game we dominated, the second game we got beat by the better player. Sometimes you just have to hold your hands up and say fair play to him, he was just better at FIFA than me. And the third game, I just, massive collapse, 2-0 up and we ended up losing it. It's always a shambles, but for some reason, whenever I can see the goal at 2-0 up, I just crumble, and it's an absolute nightmare. But all in all, I didn't think the team was too bad. I need to get used to the formation again, and throughout the series, this is a series I'm going to continue doing. I'll probably get used to the formation a bit more. Like I said, this is my first game with a 4-5-1 in a long time, to be fair. I really liked Rafa and Mkhitaryan, and I thought they would work well in their respective positions, and they did. Ella Souza got lacking a little bit of pace. Maybe looking into changing him. The centre-backs didn't do too bad at all, and Bellerin's always really nice. So I'm quite happy with the core of the team. Obviously, the diamond will change in, week out, and not too sure what I'll go with next, but let me know in the comment section below what you think is a good idea. The score I'm going to give this team out of 10 is going to be a solid 6 out of 10. Not too bad, not too amazing, didn't flatter itself, lacked a little bit, but not too sure what. Higuain's not my type of striker. I thought I would like him, to be fair, but Dybala, for sure, the standout player, and yeah, 6 out of 10. Not a bad score, not a great score. I'll be giving out 10 out of 10s all over the place, I'm sure. I'm that type of person. But hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have a like, it's absolutely fantastic. If we hit 100 likes, that'll be brilliant. Subscribe if you're new. There'll be a random hybrid out tomorrow around that guy on the screen right there. Want to watch Mkhitaryan? Wait for that one. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye.